Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Wheeler and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and I'm talking about Dungeons & Dragons 5e for the Bard as it happens. For those of you who are invested in playing a Bard, one of the best aspects to playing a Bard is the ability to provide the party with additional healing, and you don't even have to cast a spell, which is pretty cool. That's the Song of Rest. So if you turn to the player's handbook, and it's on page 54, so on page 54 of the player's handbook, it has details on the Song of Rest. I'm going to read them out, and then I'm going to sort of go over a few details with regard to this feature and just sort of explain the things I think you need to remember and not get confused by. Okay, so the first part of it is here. Beginning at 2nd level, you can use soothing music or some sort of speaking to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest, so it happens at the end of the short rest, but they must spend one or more hit dice during that short rest. So if you take a short rest and nobody actually spends hit dice, whether you use your Song of Rest, they can't apply that bonus or benefit to their character unless they spend the hit dice. Each of these creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points. Now that's the feature for the Song of Rest. Now that takes place at 2nd level. But as we progress and the Bard will improve in power and ability, there are additional features. So that's only taking place at 2nd level. So a Bard of 2nd level gets a d6 to apply for their Song of Rest. But if you are a 9th level Bard, you can apply an 8-sided dice, which is good. So you're getting a chance between 1 and 8 additional hit points that they can pick up. If they are 13th level, they get an additional 1 to 10. So it's a 10-sided dice, a d10. And if you have a Bard of 17th level, then you get to use a 12-sided dice. That's the big mother. Okay, so a 12-sided dice. Anything between 1 and 12 is the additional benefit. So using hit dice after a short rest, or during a short rest, so that at the end of the short rest you get essentially more effective healing, particularly if you're using hit dice to regain hit points. So what happens with something like 2 bards? If you have 2 bards in your party, not just one but 2, and they are both using a Song of Rest, well, unfortunately 2 bards can't stack the Song of Rest effect on party members. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have 2 bards. You can't have 2 applications. It's the same effect and feature, therefore it doesn't stack. Please don't forget to use your Song of Rest. It's pretty important. It's one of those things that as a Bard you get, and forgetting it when you could use it really is going to sort of hamper you. It is one of those things that you don't exhaust. There is, and if you take 5 short rests during your adventuring day, then you can use it 5 times, provided people are using hit dice. If you take 6 or 7 short rests during your adventuring day and people use hit dice, then you can apply it to those people who are using hit dice. So it's really, really good. So please don't forget it. Another factor that a lot of people might be wondering about, and that is, does the Song of Rest make noise, and do I need to be careful about where I do this so I don't wake up or encourage monsters to come my way? Absolutely, Song of Rest is going to make noise, so take your party to a safe location and use it there. Remember, your Song of Rest dice applies only once, as I said. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a very quick example here. I've got my party, I've got my little Bard in the middle here, and I've decided I'm going to use as my example the fighter who is a ranged fighter. It's the same fighter that you would find as a pre-generated character in your Dungeons & Dragons 5e starter set. at one of the pre-generated characters is there's two fighters. One is close quarter, one is ranged, and I'm using the ranged version in this case. So a fighter uses a hit dice, which is a D10. So grab your D10. We're going to say our bard is level 1. So you grab your D10 and you add your Constitution modifier when you're using your hit dice. Every time you roll your hit dice, you must add your Constitution modifier when regaining hit points using the short rest. So I rolled a 1, so I add 2 because the modifier for this particular character is a +2, Constitution modifier of +2. So 1 + 2 is 3, and because it's a level 1 bard, I also get to roll a 6-sided dice in this case. Sorry, not a level 1 bard, it's a level 2 bard. Remember, Song of Rest only comes into play at level 2. Almost made a bit of a balls up there, didn't I? Or did I? Okay, so you roll your 6-sided dice, and you get to add the additional dice only once, okay, during that short rest. So you get an additional 3 points. So instead of it just being 3 hit points getting regained during your short rest, you're going to get 6. Now, if you decide to use additional hit dice, you do not apply the Song of Rest dice multiple times, as I said. That's it. There really isn't too much to it. As I said, please don't forget to use your Song of Rest. It's a really important feature. It's going to be a real bummer if you find yourself in a situation where it would have made a big difference and you haven't actually used it when you could have. So yes, just remember that. Now, if you found this video helpful or informative, please share and like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell button to be notified when I go live and when I publish new videos. If you want to support my channel, you supported my channel by watching this video, and thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I have hundreds more videos, and there is also a video, if you're interested in the bard, on bardic inspiration. And I do have a bard sort of combat tutorial video as well if you are interested. Now, I don't plan to do Patreon for 2019, but I do have affiliate links to the book depository and Amazon where you can buy stuff online. I get a small commission, and that helps support me doing more videos like this. Now, if you have any questions, feedback, something you would like to add, is there something I needed to cover, let me know in the live chat right now. Otherwise, if you're not part of the live chat, that's what the comments section's all about. Anyway, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.